सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Today the second Satsang. Yesterday we thought about something. As we live at three levels, our life also has to be treated at three levels. We live at the level of the body. Second thing, we live at the level of the mind. And third, we live at the level of somebody. Three levels. So when we are living at the level of the body, what is exactly our experience? Our experience is this world where we are living is real. And in this world, we are somebody. Two aspects. So, our interaction as somebody to this world is of collecting the things, having more and more. Till such time we consider ourselves to be body, we want so many things, there is no end to it. And all our life is only accumulation of things. And therefore, prosperity is what? I have got not only one house, in every country I have got one house. So when I go here and there, I don't have to worry, I just go straight away to my house. Because I am prosperous, I am successful in my life as somebody. And for that, our whole life is spent. This we don't come to understand, realize when we are young. Then what happens? Sometime something happens. And then all our thinking is challenged by us. What for all this? See? And then we come to Shirdi Sai Baba Temple, Auckland in New Zealand. What this? See? Now when we are leading our life as body, there are two things that we do with our body. We are working by our body, like you are all working in your field, working by the body. And second thing, we are working on the body. We go for exercise, we do yoga, we take care of our food intake, we take care of our organic food. I have never known what is inorganic food. But these people are crazy about the organic food. Do you know organic salt? Yes, I know. If you want to see the organic salt, come to our Mumbai. Go to Chowpatty. And there the bhaiyas, they prepare the chart. And they will be taking a paper, newspaper, cutting and make a cone out of it and add all the things in that. And after that is added, then it is topped with organic salt. So how much time and effort we put to take care of our body. And we must take care. Because if the body is not healthy, we become a problem for ourselves and others. Very good. Now we live at the second level. Living at second level is living at the level of the mind. So like the body, we work by the body, we work on the body. Same way, we work by the mind, we work on the mind. Have we ever worked on our mind? And do we ever know what is working by the mind? This is easier to understand, working by the body. But what is working by the mind? Working by the mind is default settings. See? We have to comment on everything. We have to worry about everything. We have to advise everybody. We have to take care of the whole universe. Default settings. Nothing else. All the time worried, worried, worried. And that becomes our second nature. See, there was one old lady in Bangalore, and I went to their house, my friend. He said, Swamiji, you have come, please do one favor. That day I concluded there is nothing free in this world. So he wanted to use me. I said, okay, what can I do for you? Tell my mother. She is now 85. She is so worried. She is worried about my grandchildren's marriage. He was already 60 plus. His children are also grown up. And this old lady is worried all the time about my grandchildren's parents' marriages. What should I do? Tell her, stop worrying. So I had to take food, I had to listen. I went. I said, Amma, how are you? Fine. I am told that you worry too much about everything in this world. Why do you worry? Relax, enjoy life. She said the truth. She said, this is the only thing I can do. If I don't worry, then what will I do? Worrying becomes our second nature. See, friends, worries are sterile. They don't deliver solutions. But this is the only thing we can do. And such people, they become a problem to themselves. All the time worried, worried, worried. It's only because we have only worked by the mind. We have not worked on the mind. See. So what is working on the mind? First of all, our Mahamantra, Dekho Suno. Hearing and seeing is not done by the body. See. Hearing and seeing is done by the hearing ability and the vision. But where it is happening in the mind. So, when the eyes or the vision is seeing the things, there is no impact on the vision. Vision is not influenced by any color or any form. When we see a huge structure, there is no burden on our vision. When we see a light balloon, it is not lightness for the vision. See, then where everything happens? This has to be known. See, if we simply know this much, that our sense organs only know the worldly things, but they are not influenced by them. Vision has no liking and disliking. Ears have no liking and disliking. Ears hear every kind of word, whether it is Ramanam or it is abuse, no problem. Then where all things are happening, everything is happening only in the mind. So this is the first step we have to learn in Satsang. External things are okay. Don't get involved too much in the external world. Take care of your mind. We have to mind our mind. See? Then what is to be understood about the mind? See, first, this I am telling you from my experience, not from the books. Once there was something wrong with my toe, big toe, and some kind of growth was happening, like a strawberry, small one. So one person came, did namaskar, and he saw, he said, "Sir, Swamiji, what is that growing on your toe?" I said, "It is wisdom toe." He said, "No, they don't cut jokes. It is not good. What is that?" I said, "I don't know." So I given him a name, wisdom toe. "No, it is a good thing I have seen. You should operate it immediately." I said, "Okay, I'll get it." He said, "I am a doctor, I can do it. Therefore, I diagnosed it correctly." I went with him to his surgery, sat on the chair, put my leg on the stool. He gave local anesthesia. And after some time, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then he took the rubber hammer and hammered there. He said, "How do you feel?" I said, "I'm feeling sentimental. You are taking so much care of me." He said, "Not that." "Then what feeling you want?" "No, are you getting the feeling?" I said, "Where?" He said, "Now it is set." So the thumb is fully anesthetized. He said, "Now you can watch." And he took the scalpel, cut around the area required, and scooped out all that growth what was there. And he said, "Swamiji, you are lucky. Everything has come out. No trace remain behind." I said, "Very good." Then I saw the blood was coming out, and he started after that suturing. That time, what was going in my mind? Aha, I am a great yogi. He's cutting my toe, but I am not getting pain. Aha, I am great. I think I am getting realized from the toe for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, then the pain started. Oh God! That day I realized this. When there was anesthesia, mind was banned entry in that area. When that effect was over, pain started. So this has to be distinctly, clearly understood. Everything happens only in the mind. Nothing happens to body. See, if we are convinced of this, then our spiritual practice begins. Then what is the spiritual practice now? Start working on your mind. See? So what is our problem of mind? We only complain about the mind. There are too many thoughts. And therefore, yoga people will tell you, yoga, chitta vritti nirodha. Why we should be afraid of the thoughts? Can we go to the doctor and ask the doctor, "Doctor Saab, when I open my eyes, I can see everything"? He said, "It's not a problem. If you don't see, then there is a problem." In the same manner, if there are thoughts in the mind, it should not be a problem. Will the thoughts come in the nose? You can blow them out. Thoughts will come in the mind. Instead of complaining about the mind, start working on the mind. So, what is the work? Thoughts cannot erupt without a reference point. See? Now, let us play a small game. You become husband or wife for 1 minute and think. Stop. Now you become parent or children and think. Stop. Now remain as nobody and think. What is the analysis? When you became husband or wife, the thoughts were pertaining to wife or husband respectively. When you became parent or children, the thoughts were pertaining to children or parents respectively. But when you were nobody, no thoughts. So when we have given importance to something, we have to devalue that. Nobody can do it. We have got two natures. One is our essential nature, second is our acquired nature. Essential nature is that which cannot be changed. Acquired nature is that which we have acquired, which it is not inherited, but we have acquired it. Like smoking, for example. Nobody is born with a cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand. Nobody. But slowly, slowly we start smoking. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then ultimately we cannot remain without smoking. So if we have started smoking, we have to stop it. This example I have given in some of my talks. One retired officer's wife in Noida, she asked me this thing after satsang. Swami, you have to tell me that I should stop smoking. I smoke a lot. If you tell, your words have got power, I will be able to stop it. I said, I will not tell. I don't want to waste my power. But why don't you tell? I said, why should I tell? On the contrary, it is good. You smoke. Your heart always remains warm. See? And you are promoting the tobacco farmers' welfare at the cost of your life. Great sacrifice. Great. And then when you walk, it reminds us 1847 steam engine going. And then there is such a fragrance coming out of your mouth that nobody dares come near you. What more benefits you want? Continue smoking. She became so angry. Swamiji, you are sarcastic. I said, I am better sarcastic than caustic. But why don't you tell me? I said, Mama, tell me, when you started smoking, did you come and ask me? Swamiji, this is no my first cigarette. Will you please inaugurate? If you started, you stop. Nayamatma balahine labhya. The truth is not for the weaklings. Be strong enough. Discover your inner strength. And for that, all the things are done. See, like you are chanting the Lord's name. Mechanically? No. You must see where is the impact of the chanting. See? Then one more point you will come to know about mind. Thoughts are not problem. See? Then what is the problem? Problem is the flow of thoughts. You must have done some time. We go to the Ganges, take bath, so nice, freshening, beautiful. But when the Ganges are in floods, then we are carried away, not by the water, but by the flow of the water. There is a difference between water and water flow. Exactly the same way. Thoughts are no problem. We are carried away by the flow of thoughts. And a thought flow happens when the theme is about something finite. Take any finite theme. For example, your son's marriage or daughter's marriage, a finite theme. Now he is becoming so much, I am telling him to get married, but he doesn't want to get married. Swamiji, please tell him to get married. You are telling me who avoids marriage. Are we worried about somebody else's son's marriage? No. We have given importance to something, and then one after another thoughts will start coming. And only one theme continuously goes on and on and on and on. See? Like in the morning, I get up, and wherever I stay, I don't need anything except one kettle where I can heat the water and tea bags, which I bring with me. That's it. But sometime I go somewhere and they have no kettle, no stove, no nothing. Where is that? I do not know. In the morning I get up and my mind starts agitating. When these people, why? Because I want a cup of tea. So, what we have to learn about mind? What is the theme that we are entertaining? I get up in the morning, I want a cup of tea, a finite thought. Theme finite. Second thought, where can I get it? Third thought, let me go in the kitchen. Fourth thought, but nothing is seen here. Fifth thought, let me try some drawers. And I pull some drawer, and only the handle comes in the hand. Oh God, what is happening? Caw, 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 caw. Now take another theme, infinite. Bhagwan's name. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Complete in itself. No thought will follow. Again, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Watch your mind. But our Maya is more stronger than Bhagwan's Maya. Our chanting is like what? भगवान गेट्स कंफ्यूज किसको बुला रहा है यार ये मुझे तो नहीं बुला रहा wherever there is a thought flow you are going the wrong way. What we are learning, we have to work on the mind. Working by the mind, we are expert. Giving advice even to God, making comments. There we are expert. That we don't need any education. What is required is how to work on the mind. The first step is stop complaining. Nothing happens in this world which is wrong. Everything happens which is required to be happened. See? Don't take life too seriously. Bhagwan created his world for fun, for joy. Anandadeva kalbimani bhutani jayante, anandena jatani jivanti. This world is not an expression of misery. See? And therefore, when something is created for fun, we require everything. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, ये जीवन है. Even if you are a Bengali, you can eat rasgulla. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Afterwards, now let us have your achar. Everything is necessary in life. Those who do not have difficulties, those who do not have problems in their life, they are unfortunate. See, friends. Therefore, we stop complaining about anything in this world. Instead of complaining, this is the situation, how do we sort it out? That is the approach. See, there is one girl now, she is married. When she was in class 5 or 6 in California, a Maharashtrian girl. Now, Tamilians are born with, what do you call that? Bharatanatyam in their genes. Maharashtrians do not have dance in them. But the competition. One lady tells other, I had to take my son for tennis, he's so much busy. Do you think the other lady will keep quiet? I had to also take my daughter for the Bharatanatyam. Now that girl doesn't know anything, they don't have in their genes. But now I had to compete among themselves only, not with the other people. And then she was sent to that Bharatanatyam. What is Bharatanatyam? Hitting the poor floor for no reason. Dhadal dhadal mare ja rahe. Not simple thing. And when we do namaskar like this thing, Bharatanatyam, namaskar complicated way, घूम घुमा करके क्या हो रहा, namaskar. Useless. And that girl didn't know, and she was doing it in a very wrong way. Net result was she got her heels hurt so much that for 2 years she went to school, class 6 and class 7, in a wheelchair. So bad. Now the old people at home, they have nothing to do except complain about everything. So they started, see, we have not done any bad thing to anybody, but why this is happening to us? Blah, blah, blah. Let us go do something, they do some puja, it should go away. All the time, keh. Now the father of the girl said, you only brought that Swami to me. What he told? Don't get lost in cause and effect. This has happened, now sort it out. How it can be sorted out? And he said, now stop complaining, and whatever he has to do, it was done, and she is out of it. Therefore, don't complain. Don't get lost in cause and effect. Why? Because the sky is too high. Things are like that. Go ahead. And this is what is working on the mind. See, so when we are now working on the mind positively, so we are told, let the theme of our mind be infinite. Now find out what is infinite in this world. Words are finite. Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, finite. What is infinite? Why this has become three? Because in between two Sai Ram there is absence of the sound. Silence is not created. Words are created, they remain for some time, they end after some time. Therefore, make a theme of your thoughts, silence. So, listen to silence. The more you want to listen to silence, even the minute sounds become conspicuous. And sounds, the silence cannot be heard by the ears. Ears can hear only the sounds. But we do experience the silence. Now work on it. How to listen to silence? One day you will come to discover listening to silence means not getting influenced by any sounds. But how to do that? You do it. Really? Yes, you do it. How? As you are listening to satsanga, listen to the worldly things. We heard so many times satsanga. Does it make any difference to us? See? Suppose we tell you, you are divine. No, Swamiji. This actually happened in one place. I don't remember the names of the people. So, just to hide my ignorance, I call them in a respectful manner. Mahatma ji, chalo, we are getting late. So he says, Swamiji, why do you call me Mahatma where I am Mahatma? I said, okay, Beakuf, chal. The moment I said Beokuf chal, he was not angry, but he was surprised. How come Swamiji also knows? Meaning, when I told you are divine, you don't accept. But when I say you are Beokuf, you accept. See, we have no doubt. You are divine. See, friends, this wrong approach to life has to be corrected. And for that, you have to work on your mind. And therefore, this japa technique I am telling you to work on the mind. When we are chanting the Lord's name, now do this experiment. Chant whatever name you are chanting in your mind for 1 minute. And then I'll add one more thing. And then you see the difference between these two chanting. Do it yourself. Now you have got your own experience. Now add one more parameter. You chant yourself and also hear what you are chanting. Stop. Did you find the difference? Be very attentive. Chanting is kriya, organ of speech, is karmendriya. And listening is knowledge, organ of perception. So when you are chanting and you are hearing, then the gap between these two is minimized to zero. What they call in Kundalini Marga as Ida Pingala coming together. When knowledge and action, they leave zero gap in between, we enter the realm of consciousness. Self-confidence is directly proportionate to the gap between our knowledge and our action. Wider the gap between knowledge and action, minimum is the self-confidence. Lesser the gap between the knowledge and action, more is the confidence. When there is zero gap between knowledge and action, your self-confidence is 100%. 100% self-confidence is living in consciousness. Nobody can do it for us, friends. Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. We have to help ourselves. And in this process, when we are engaged, then the flow of thought will be automatically arrested. And in the arrest of the flow of thought, we are not carried away by the thoughts. Recognize this aspect of our mind. We are normally working by default settings. We have to work on the mind. Now one more step. See? What is the default setting? Default setting is we react by the mind. We don't react by the body. Suppose some bad person comes and hits us, we give him back. But if our elders, our father, our mother, if she hits us, we don't give back. See the difference? Because in case of first example, it is default settings. In second example, we think, is it right to do it? In the same manner, apply this principle on yourself. When we are worried, it is default settings. Now think, is worry a solution? Or worry is creating problems? And the funny part is, worries and thinking, contemplation, both are thoughts. Worries are a flow of thoughts and takes us away from our divine nature. And contemplation is a flow of thoughts which brings us back to ourselves. See? And this is what we do every day. Going to sleep is what? Coming back to yourself. Why we want to come back to ourselves? Because that is our essential nature. Slowly, slowly, once you take this as your spiritual practice, external things, what you are doing is perfectly all right, but that is not all. See? Work on the mind. So, take the mala in the hand. Initially, suppose you are doing some mantra, finish it off. Otherwise, that will be a block in the mind. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Complete it. After that is done, now second step. You chant slowly, no hurry. We are not giving an account to somebody. More than how many times we chant. What is important is how much time we are with the divine thought. Whatever is time at your disposal, 5 minutes enough. So only 5 minutes you have to sit. So there is no hurry. How many times? So sit quietly and slowly chant yourself and listen yourself. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Like the ice cube, when it is put in the waters, in due time, slowly it dissolves. Words are grossified mind, and mind is liquidated words. And therefore our mantra, देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो, means what? Let your mind not react. All reactions, not from the body they come from the mind. And the reaction of the mind is words. And that reaction is called as thoughts. They don't come from outside. Like the waves on the ocean, they don't come from outside. They come from within. In the same manner, all the thoughts, they come from the mind. They don't come from outside. Let them go back. And for that, this is the technique. Very slowly, steadily, no hurry. In due time, our mind will understand that agitations, worrying is not the solution to any problem in life. This has become a disease. All the time worried, worried, worried. And then that becomes our character. All the time worrying. And if there is nothing to worry, worried about that also. Ab kiski worry karu? Relax. Relax. We are here to celebrate life, not calibrate life. Celebrate doesn't mean only ha ha ho ho. Discover joy in every experience. Slowly, slowly, our old habit of worrying will disappear. You know what happens? This worrying is covering the divinity that we are. See? I'll give an example. I normally, after washing my clothes, I do ironing. I don't like anybody doing the ironing. Why? That is my meditation. So what is that dhobi meditation? This is what I learned. Therefore, that is the most important thing for me. When here you have got washing machines. In my place, I don't have washing machine. So I wash my clothes and squeeze them nicely, put it on the tap, finish the bath, and thereafter I have to put it on the line. But as usual, I forget. And it remains there only on the tap and it is dried in that way. So when I have to put it on, I open it. That lungi is doing Bharatanatyam. So God, I can't put on like this thing. Then I had to do the ironing. So when I spread it on the ironing table, I see how ugly, dirty it looks. So why it is looking ugly, dirty? Because the beauty is covered by the wrinkles. Okay. Then I take the iron and move on the wrinkles. Now the question is, where the wrinkles have gone? Do they exist? They only appear. So those wrinkles which do not exist cover the beauty of the cloth. Okay? So all wrinkles are removed. Now the lungi looks very shining and beautiful. Then what to do? You have to pile it and keep it properly. So again we fold it and again wrinkles. But those wrinkles are called as crease. So earlier wrinkles were hiding the beauty of the cloth. The crease adds beauty to the cloth, is it not? Now what is the difference between these two types of wrinkles? Earlier wrinkles were disorganized, cancelling each other. This wrinkle is unidirectional, moving in one way. Contemplative thought is the crease. And in between wrinkles are the worries. Worries hide the beauty of our mind. And contemplation brings out the beauty of the mind. See? Worries are pertaining to something finite. Contemplation is with reference to something which is infinite. What are you doing? I am worrying about Bhagwan. No, no, no. We don't worry about Bhagwan. We contemplate. See, my friends, unless all these things are known, to imagine we are walking spiritual path is a self-deception. All external things are required. We don't deny that. There is one man in Delhi. I saw him when he was small, maybe KG2, KG3, something like that. I met him after 25, 30 years. So I asked him, hey, what are you doing? I am in KG2. Now also? You are 25, KG2? Yes, I like that, miss. Are we going to remain in KG1, KG2 throughout life? You have to grow. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam. That is all required. No doubt about it. Like going to the KG and counting one, again 1, 2, 1, 2. It looks beautiful for a child. But after going to the MSc class, 1, 1, no way. Grow. And what is that growth? We start working on our mind. And working on the mind is at 2 levels. Second level, I told you, chant the Lord's name and listen. No hurry. Find out how much time is at your disposal. 10 minutes, enough is 10 minutes. Only this much. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. In your house, you can do in Vaikhari Vani. You will see the difference that will come in your mind. Now this is when you are sitting. But when we are working in the world, how to work on the mind? See? So there are 2 ways. One way is stop talking to yourself without going to sleep. Swami, it is very difficult. Difficult because we have not recognized the value and importance of this. Has anybody ever said, earning money is difficult? I am not going to earn money. Because we have got value for money. See? We work, we earn on the table, below the table, around the table, behind the table, because we have got value for money. If we have value for this, you will not complain, but you will work on it. See? Don't talk to yourself. That has become our second nature. Constantly, poultry farm. See? We only raise a question. I don't know if I go there, and nothing happens. Stop talking to yourself. You know how much patience and commitment is required? You all have children. When a child is born, how he learns walking. That is my ideal in life. The child is born and remains on the back and watches around. That anything, Panditji? Okay, go. So, uh, the child watching around. That all people are walking here and I am lying down like this thing. Why can't I walk? So the child observes, oh, they are moving their legs. Okay. And he starts moving the legs in the air. No, I can't walk. There is something wrong. He doesn't complain to anybody. He discovers his own techniques. He turns, becomes a reptile. Uraga, start moving with the stomach. Not good, yaar. I have to do something else. Then he comes on the knees and the hands and slowly start. But even then it is not good. Then he wants to stand and take the support of the wall or the curtain or something. And then he says, yes, this, but I can't walk all the time holding to something. Let me try independently. And then he leaves the support and he puts one step and he falls. Imagine. When the child falls by the first step and therefore he concludes, I can't walk. Will he ever be able to walk? See how important it is. Don't give up. Work on it. Start with only 2 minutes. See, don't talk to yourself. Because what is talking? Mind vomiting is speech. And when you are chanting the Lord's name, then it is not a vomit of the mind. It is the joy of the mind. See? When we take a lot of food and then it comes out in the form of the dakar, not onkar. So it is unhealthy condition, but when we say om, it is a healthy condition. Both sounds are coming from the same mouth. See, friends, the more you recognize this, slowly you will come to know all that we talk to ourselves is built up frustration, pressure. There is nothing worth in this world for which we should lose our peace of mind. Nothing worth. And to recognize this, start with this simple thing. Just, it requires no preparation anywhere you are sitting. I call this yoga. I have given a name to this yoga. The name is commode yoga. In the morning, when you go and do your prana pratishtha, till your job is done, don't talk to yourself. In due time, one day you will come to discover it is not necessary to talk to oneself. When we stop talking to ourselves, mind remains as mind. In other words, individual mind dissolves in the total mind. And this total mind is responsible for life. Our individual minds are creating samsara. Total mind is maintaining life. See? In deep sleep, this is what happens. Individual mind dissolves in the total mind. Because mind is only one. Earth is one, water is one, fire is one, air is one, space is one, mind is one, life is one. They are not many. But that one space becomes my space, one BHK. Okay? The happiness of the Bombay people, you are waiting for the bus and your number bus comes. I mean, my bus is coming. Second degree of happiness. You get entry in the bus. Third degree of happiness. You can hold to something near the pillar. More happiness. You get a seat. Much more happiness. You get a seat near the window. Our happiness is daridri. The real happiness is independent of everything. Conditioned happiness is not happiness. It is an illusion of happiness. See? Therefore, when we stop talking to ourselves, mind reverts back to its own source without going to sleep. Bhagavad Gita tells in second chapter this particular thing. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. Pashyato muni, the one who has recognized his divine nature, he is awakened to the divine world, to the divinity in the world, and he is sleeping to this gross world, relative world, samsara. And ignorant people are awakened to the samsara and they are sleeping to the divinity. Friends, so it is living in God is therefore what? Living, rather sleeping while you are awake. Waking sleep. Slowly, slowly, it will happen, no doubt about it. So give it a try. Let us not talk to ourselves. And to substantiate this, to work on the mind, one more parameter we add. Before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? But like the vomit comes, you can't hold it. In the same manner, कहना नहीं चाहिए. अरे महारानी, when you know कहना नहीं चाहिए, why don't you keep your mouth shut? But our पड़ोसी की बहू हमारे बहू से बहुत अच्छी है. When you know you should not talk, why do you talk? You will come to know one day, by God's grace, 99% we talk when it is not asked by anybody, when nobody wants to know about us. But we keep on talking. One example I'll give. This is not the truth, just an example. I told my friend, everybody has got a friend. I said, hey, do you know how I became Swami? He didn't want to know, but I want to tell. Kujli. So, I ran away from the jail because I was sentenced for the murder. Then how to hide myself? So I became a Swami. But don't tell anybody, okay? I'm telling you because I'm a special friend. No, Swami, why should I tell anybody? He also has one special friend. Don't tell anybody. And went on and on. And one was my friend. He says, Swamiji, what people are talking about you? Where from it started? See, Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam. Be attentive. If you really want to walk spiritual path, don't talk about your past. Live in the utter present. No, relax. Suppose I ask you, uh, 239 days before, at 4 o'clock, what you were doing? Start counting. And suppose I ask you, after 98 days, where you will be at 12 o'clock? 98 days means how many? The moment you go in the past and the future, you are divorced from the present. Next step. Do we have a choice to live in the past or to live in the future? You have no choice. So to remain in the present is effortless. And wherever there are no efforts, you are healthy. See, suppose somebody has asthma, meaning his breathing is not normal. So he will have to put effort. Somebody is hard of hearing, put lot of efforts, lot of efforts. And then, because you put efforts, you get tired. And because you get tired, you go to sleep. And after satsanga, such people come and tell first, Swamiji, you were awesome. Why they got tired? Because they were putting efforts. Patanjali Maharshi says, Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. Lesser the efforts you have in your life, more natural you are. Our whole life is a struggle to prove something to somebody, but we do not know what we want to prove and to whom and who cares for us. This struggle has to go. Therefore, one of the very intense spiritual practice, but simplest spiritual practice is this. Don't talk about your past. And don't ask anybody about their past. You have nothing to talk. So in short, when we talk to others, we talk about the past. When we talk to ourselves, we talk about the future. See? After we go from here, somebody is coming for the dinner, and I think this is, and कौ यहाँ ब्रह्म का चिंतन हो रहा, वहाँ तड़का लग रहा सब्जी को. Think. Arrest your mind from going in the past or the future. Nobody can help us. We have to ourselves remain. And for that one technique I'll tell you, try. Keep humming something. I'm not telling Ram Nam, anything. Some song, some bhajan, kirtan, purane filmon ka sangeet, anything you like. Keep humming. You will remain in the present. We have no choice, friends. We have to live in today. So this choiceless experience is God realization. Don't give any choice to yourself. Relax, ठीक है. And for that, our Mahamantra, जो तारी रहा है सो मारी रहा है. Oh God, thy will be done. In due time, our mind is tamed. Not too much of agitations, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. One old man asked me this question. Swamiji, don't quote my example anywhere, okay? I said, all right. His question was, what happens after death? I said, I have no experience. How can I tell you? No, 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 no. Please tell what happens after death. I said, when we are alive, has anything happened? Nothing happened. When we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we leave this world, there will be nothing lacking. If you don't trust, go and see. So our earlier absence and later absence makes no difference. What difference it makes in the present? Last thought of the day. We are here only for spiritual evolution. Plants evolved, became animals. Animals evolved, became human beings. Next evolution is only spiritual evolution. Everything can, must wait. And what is spiritual evolution? When we empty ourselves, He expresses through us. We have to vacate ourselves, empty ourselves. This all put together is Satsanga teaches us how to work on the mind. Work on the mind and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.